Buried in the Backyard by Gail Herman. Illustrated by Jerry Smath. Ryan and Katie unearth a very large, very old bone while trying to dig a swimming pool in their backyard. Is it a dinosaur bone? All you want to do is read about dinosaurs, Katie said. Ryan smiled. Dinosaurs are amazing. But it's summer, Katie told him. We should be outside doing something fun. I'd only go outside if we could swim, Ryan said, and the town pool is closed. Hmm, Katie said. What a great idea. What idea? Ryan asked her. Katie grinned. We need a pool. Ryan put down his book. Mom, Dad, Katie and Ryan raced into the kitchen. Can we have a pool in our backyard? A swimming pool? Their mother asked. That costs too much money. Their dad laughed. Way too much. The only way we'd get a pool is if we dug it ourselves. He laughed harder. Katie pulled Ryan out of the room. That's it, she whispered. We'll dig our own pool. Ryan looked at her like she was crazy. You know Dad was kidding, don't you? Sure, Katie said, but that doesn't mean we can't do it. Where are the shovels? Ryan asked. Katie and Ryan went to work. They dug near the blueberry bushes, deeper and deeper. It was hard work, but the hole got bigger and bigger. Thunk. All at once, Katie's shovel struck something hard. It must be a rock, Ryan said. Katie dug some more. She peered down the hole. It's not a rock. Maybe it's a log, Ryan said. He started to dig next to Katie. The buried thing was very long and not very wide. Finally, they pulled it out of the earth. Ryan brushed it clean. It's a bone, said Katie. Wow, Ryan said. It's almost as tall as I am. It must belong to a big animal. Like a horse, Katie agreed. Or maybe, Ryan caught his breath, a dinosaur. Katie laughed. A dinosaur bone? In our backyard? You're dreaming. Oh, yeah, Ryan said. He was already heading for the house. I'm getting a tape measure, he yelled. 4 feet. See? Said Ryan. It could be a dinosaur bone. Let's take it to the museum and look at the dinosaur skeletons. They won't let us in there with a huge bone, Katie said. Sure they will, Ryan told her. Kids bring lots of stuff there. Besides, the lady at the entrance knows me. I'll bet she does, said Katie. Ryan was right. They walked into the museum with no trouble at all. I know where the dinosaurs are, Ryan said. Big surprise, Katie muttered. They passed exhibit after exhibit. Ryan was so excited he didn't look at a thing. He didn't even stop to tie a loose shoelace. Oops, Ryan tripped. The bone nearly fell. Great save, Katie said. Ryan straightened up. He was eye to eye with more bones. He gasped, Katie, this is what we've got. Katie, read the sign. Woolly mammoth. She nudged Ryan. See? I told you it wasn't a dinosaur. So what? Ryan said. This is a prehistoric animal, too. It lived way after the dinosaurs, but still, thousands and thousands of years ago. Really? Katie said. In our backyard? Yep, Ryan said. Woolly mammoths lived around the same time as the first humans, during the Ice Age. The what? Katie asked. Ryan waved toward a door. Follow me. This sign says there were different kinds of mammoths, but the best known is the woolly mammoth. An adult weighed between 12,000 and 16,000 pounds, about the same as a school bus. Ice Age. About 2 million years ago, thick sheets of ice called glaciers moved across the land. It was freezing cold. In some places, snow stayed on the ground all year long. The Ice Age was cool, Ryan said. You mean cold? Katie told him. Ryan grinned. That too. What if we'd been alive back then? Katie asked. Maybe we would have been mammoth hunters, Ryan said. And we'd have cooked mammoth meat for dinner. Or, said Katie, maybe we would have had a pet mammoth. Or even two. I don't think so, said Ryan. Excuse me. A guard stood over Ryan and Katie. Where did you get that bone? We brought it with us, Katie said quickly. We found it in our backyard. Well, the guard grinned. I think you should meet our scientists. That same day, Dr. Hook came to Ryan and Katie's house. She talked to their parents about mammoths and the Ice Age, and how much she wanted to dig for more bones in their backyard. Lots of scientists came back a few days later. Shovels flew, machines dug. One scientist yelled, Look at this! He had found a mammoth tusk. It was very long. Katie and Ryan helped measure it. 10 feet. Wow, Ryan said. What did they use their tusks for? Katie asked. To fight with, the scientist said, and to poke through snow and ice to find grass. Mammoths ate 400 pounds of plants every day. That's a lot of salad, Ryan said. It says, how do you dig up fossils? Big machines and tools are used first. As soon as scientists see fossils in the dirt, they switch to smaller tools. Wood frames and markers help keep track of where each fossil is found. Another scientist found a tooth. It was as big as a shoebox. Adult mammoths had 4 teeth at a time, he told the kids. When a tooth wore out, a new one grew in its place. It says a mammoth grew 6 sets of teeth during its life. When the last set wore out, the mammoth could no longer chew, so it died. Ryan and Katie spent hours and hours at the dig. One day, Dr. Hook hurried over to them. I have exciting news, she said. It looks as if there's a whole mammoth skeleton right here in your backyard. The next day, everybody learned about the discovery. Katie and Ryan were on TV. So were their mom and dad. When the camera stopped rolling, Mom looked at the kids. After this, we're going to have a giant hole in the ground, she said. What do you think we should do with it? It wasn't long before Katie was splashing in their brand new pool. Come on in, she called to Ryan. Ryan peered over his book. He gazed at the pool. It was like a giant watering hole, a place where woolly mammoths would have come long, long ago. He could almost see them. It says, what killed the mammoths? More changes in the weather? Grassy plains turning into forests so the mammoths could not feed? Human hunters? Sickness? Nobody knows for sure. Ryan, Katie called. All you want to do is read about woolly mammoths. Come on in. Ryan smiled. It was kind of hot, so he jumped in too.